All right, guys, so we're just kind of doing a review of parts. We've kind of scanned the wall. A lot of you guys are asking for parts, so if you want to get in touch with me on YouTube, I can send you a message, or you can hit me on Messenger. So I've got this Shovelhead top end. This is an 80 cubic inch Shovelhead top end. I haven't did the bore measurement on it, but I'm pretty sure they're stock. I also over here have the bottom end for that, and the pistons are marked standard. Again, I haven't measured them, but there's more or less a complete motor. A guy that bought another motor from me a couple weeks ago is actually probably coming up for these. He said he was, but you know, sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. He has come up here and bought a motor, so chances are these are sold. If not, you know, hit me up if you're interested and I'll let you know. The bottom end is definitely not spoken for. And we also have this Dyna 5-speed rear end complete, and it rolls through. So I think that's a plug and play transmission. No guarantees. I mean, it's a 40-year-old part, but it's in pretty good shape. Up here is a wall of stuff we got out of the last box of, or truckload of stuff we bought down in Socorro. Amazing, this old Garner Westcott stuff. And most of it's labeled. I mean, primary cover for Sportster, big twin cam cover, Sportster head bolts, just all kinds of different stuff, oil tank stuff, oil pump bolts for the old cast iron knucklehead and panhead oil bolts. I've got a couple of those. We got some of these are clamp-on mirrors, so you can clamp them anywhere on your handlebars and hold your mirrors. Exhaust gaskets, bunches of those. A lot of front end stuff. So a lot of this is fork tube seals. So I've got about 10 different years fork tube seals and some of the bushings as well. Oil valves for shovel heads. We got cylinder nuts for any big twin. Custom chrome switch housing, brand new. Gaskets galore. I got shovelhead gaskets, panhead gaskets, knucklehead gaskets, Evo gaskets. Over here, these are your Evo 5-speed tranny gaskets. So it's basically like the tranny we're talking about. I mean, I've got packs of 20 of them. So you need gaskets. I mean, buy 2, get 10 free, basically. If you guys need any of that Evo gaskets, they're here. Down here, we got flathead gaskets for your cam chest on your flathead. Some of this stuff I haven't gone through. Some of it I have. Also in here was, so there's a linker gasket kit. I'm saving that because now that panhead has a linker. But there's some other jets. Here's your S&S Super E. Has those little blue O-rings that you lose every time you go into the carburetor. I got a whole pack of those. So various carb rebuild kits, lenses, gaskets, camshaft gaskets. So these are kind of cool. They're the black square inserts that go on the old school bicycle pedal Kickstarter. So those are brand new, and those are Harley, which is kind of cool. I've got 2 or 3 of these. So these are your starter on the back of Shovelhead. You can blank that out. So I've got some of the blanks and a couple of the actual ones with the hole for the jack shaft, which is pretty cool. Down here, a lot more fork bushings. There's a kicker springing, just assorted stuff, lots of stuff. And I still have a bunch of new old stock stuff over here that's in bags that I haven't gone through. Sold a lot of stuff. We sell a lot of stuff and move a lot of stuff in. I still have quite a few carburetors. I'm down to a Super B and 1 Super E for sale. I do have a couple others, but S&S has quit making Super E carburetors. They backed out on their patent. They had to re-patent this year, and there's so many knockoffs at 1/3 the price that people were buying. They opted not to re-up. So they're going to stick with their machine parts. So the Super E's might have just went up. Here's a very cool manifold. That's a Super E manifold that somebody has welded the spacer block. So a lot of times the Super E will hit on a 5-gallon tank. And you could buy these spacers. In fact, I got a couple. Well, somebody welded that one to it. So all you have to do is run your little isolator block there. It's a cool manifold. So stuff like that. We got leather Sportster bags. We've got Shovelhead bags. We've got panhead bags. Lunchbox oil bags. I've got several of those if you're interested. Somewhere here, there's a really beat up footboard. I do have 2 sets of those new old stock in the package. And I was going to dig one of these out. So these old round air cleaners or ovals, they ran them on the Shovels and the Sportsters in the 70s. Most of them were chrome. This one's black. I've got 50 of those, and I've got 20 of them with the backing plates. So if you're looking to get yours back to original, I've got some really nice. I've got a whole cabinet full of them over there. Just assorted stuff. Again, these are knucklehead pipes if somebody needed them. I've got all these different seals, primary seals. Drums for Sportsters, starter housings. There's a rotary top case in good shape. It's ugly, but it's not cracked. It's very usable. Over here we got starters. I got a Shovelhead starter, two Evo starters, another Shovelhead starter, another Shovelhead starter. And the two Evos have not been tested. I don't know if they work or not. Probably need rebuilt. But the three Shovelhead starters are working, bench tested. They run fine. If you're looking for oddball brake lines or throttle cables, these are all brake lines and throttle cables, and a lot of them are new old stock. You know, they're still in the bags for different stuff. Some of them are V-twin, some of them are Harley, some of them are just in plastic bags. I have no idea. There's one of your clutch or your main shaft transmission seal. That's the, I forget what they call them, some special nut that you put on there to keep your transmission from leaking. We got a couple repop guide lights, getting harder and harder to find. So these are your Panhead and early shovel style guide lights. If you look at the Panhead over there, that's an original. That's an original guide light, glass lens. But the repops run good. I've got them on my 69 and they work well. Down under here, these are all mechanical voltage regulators. Buy at your own risk. I mean, they're mechanical, so they're less likely to be faulty, but electrical parts, I'm not looking for a fortune for one of those, but if you wanted to slap one in your bike, or want, a lot of people, in fact, myself included, on my 69 shovel, I went with an electric voltage regulator, but I still have this tied to the battery box because it's the authentic look. I just don't have it wired. In fact, I have 3 wires coming out, and I just duct taped them back underneath the oil bag just for the aesthetics and the look of stock. Because I had so many problems with the mechanical regulators, I just went electric with it. So we're going to go over here. I had a couple Shovelhead crash bars. I sold them. I do have 2 round swing arms, one chrome, one black, and I actually have another one out there. So I've got 3 round swing arms if you're looking, and a chain guard. I've got a crash bar here off of some big something. These are cool. So I've got 3 different sets of these, actually 4 different sets. Those are mount to your struts to keep your leather bags, if you're running throwover bags, to keep them from bouncing into your rear sprocket. We've got some saddle guard bags. I think these are FLT. We got shovel pipes. These are cool shovel pipes. They're not painted. These are black anodized. These are late pan, early shovel saddle bags that go on your rear struts, and your bag snaps onto those. These are JMEI. These are an adjustable floorboard. I've seen these run for passenger floorboards or front floorboards, actually. Sissy bar, I've got 2 or 3 of these stock ones. I think I've got 2 this height. I've got one shorter and maybe one a little longer. I've got these saddlebags brackets for something. I have no freaking idea. I've got these saddlebag. These go around the bags. Don't know what they're from. This is an FLT front set of trees. These are Panhead spotlights. This is FLT oil bag. This is a universal oil cooler for typically Shovelhead. It's a Lockhart, and it even has the thermostat, which is hard to find. Stock wheel spacer for Star Hub, I believe. Some brake parts. This is old Panhead. Shovelhead nose. Oh, look, here's another set of those saddlebag guards. Kicker pedal. So this is an FX kicker pedal, and when it rolls out like that, that typically gives you about a ½ inch more clearance on your kicks, on your pipes. So those work really good even on FLs if you're running drag pipes and your kicker won't clear. A lot of times that's the style that gets you what you need. What else do we got? Dashes, dashes, dashes. So Shovelhead dashes, we got bunches here. I actually found that new old stock. So that's your rubber grommet with your lenses to go in here. So that's brand new in the package. So that would fit that one. These ones are both good. This dash is, I don't know, it's one of the longer dashes, so it's probably Dyna or something newer. Nice dash from an old FX lowrider, complete. Everything's there, mounting hardware, rubber gasket to seal it to the tank, speedo, tachometer, it's all there, man. We talked at one point, there's another dress-up plate. So I've got the ones I took off the Panhead, and there's that one, that's the kicker side. No hole for the kicker, so that would be an electric start-only bike. Assorted air cleaners, different air cleaners. There's a stock ham can air cleaner up there. The one that says 80 cubic inch is stock with all the mounting hardware. It even has the filter in it. The one next to it is just the outer housing. I don't have the innards on that one. And then we're going to walk around here. It's a 1990 Evo inner primary, and I think that's the outer. Panhead, Shovelhead, CCI, that's custom chrome. Knucklehead, Knucklehead, Panhead. So some of this stuff's for sale, just depending. Shovelhead tanks, shovel or pan or knuckle tanks. There's another dash. There's a derby cover like this for the pan or knuckle. Some more Shovelhead pipes. There's the short sissy bar I was talking about. There's another real long dash, which that kind of can be worked for any kind of custom application. It's rusty because it's raw. I mean, you just sand that out and you color paint to match your tanks on those. And then back to more of the same. We got some of the Curry-Aiken style pegs people like. Inner primary, outer primary, ratchet top, another dash. Fenders for days. We sold a few, and basically if I sell a couple, I just throw another couple up there. And then coming over here, lots of assorted primaries. Again, we got knuckle and knuckle or pan. Over here, we've got an old, this is OEM, that's a 41 knucklehead cam. That could go. I've had several people ask me about this. That is not for sale. That bird catcher is actually going on my Servi-Car, as well as I've got one of these. It's an original and one's a repop. That's original, the old popsicle kicker. The V thing is actually to do pegs on a rigid mountain knuckle or pan, or even shovel for that matter. Chain guards for Sportster. I believe those are Sportster. All kinds of cool. So these are your Curry-Aiken with the heel pad that are adjustable. More risers, more twisted freeway peg mounts for whatever. Shovelhead primaries. Just a sampling of foot pegs. I've got 5 or 6 milk crates full of different foot pegs. So I just kind of a random sampling of the different stuff. The really cool sissy bar I was going to run on the knuckle. That's up for sale because I went with a different direction and don't see building another hardtail, but you never know. So anything there you guys want, reach out, give me a shout. We'll make a deal. Thanks for watching, guys.